Is that low enough?
Yeah, well, for me it's distracting, but you like it and that's all that counts.
No.
Oh, hi everybody. I'll start sharing this.
Well, I was a little slow on the uptake. I forgot to do the countdown. All right. Hi, Nikki, Jeannie, Mr. Khan, and Mastora, and okay, and Renee. Okay, so I'm here hosting tonight. I'm not 100% sure about actually doing readings tonight. So I am going to let Penelope do the bulk of it. So I'll read out names for her and putting her on the hot spot. But Mr. Khan and Mastora, congratulations on that beautiful baby boy. He's gorgeous. And one would expect him to be with two gorgeous parents. So congratulations.
All babies are gorgeous. What deck are
Okay.
you using, Darce?
If I pull a card, I am using the deck from Sandra Murray. Thank you, Sandra. I know you're not on yet, but she sent me Curious Creatures, and it's definitely an interesting deck. So,
And I am using, whoops, where are we?
other way.
The deck
Yes.
Darcy gave me, the Macabre Tarot. I joke that she knows me well. I like things that are dark, and the darker the better sometimes. Hush to
Okay.
anyone out there who has a comment about that.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull one for Nikki and see how it goes.
Sure.
Nikki, you have the Lovers. And this is very much about being nesting, maybe spring cleaning, that type of thing. It's also about true to your heart. So being true to yourself and really paying attention to the things that make you go, wow. All right. So you have Jeannie and Brandon.
Sure. Together?
Yeah. Jeannie and
Sure.
Jeannie always says, hello, me, and Brandon, please.
Okay. So, guys, this is a new deck. This will be my first time really using it more than just for a couple cards. So, bear with me. Massacre of the Bones. I'm going to do Heather first this time.
No, Jeannie.
First,
Jeannie.
who?
Jeannie.
Jeannie. Sorry, not Heather. Jeannie. Jeannie, the Massacre of the Bones. This makes me think that first things first. I'm not saying that you have a bit of a temper or that you fire off when you're frustrated with people, but this card tells me to watch your words. Watch your words. And don't let the frustrations build up on you until you say something that is hard to take back. You know, we can always say, I'm sorry, but words once spoken are never able to be unspoken. So I know things get really frustrating for you. Just watch your words.
Okay. And Brandon?
Brandon, you're ironically enough, two bones right in a row. The Haunting of the Bones, another person who's being told to just let go of the past. The thing about holding on to the past is it can weigh you down. And we all do things in our past, say things in our past that are questionable or we regret, but we cannot change the past. So this is saying let go of the past. Don't be haunted by what you think you did wrong or right in the past. Let it go. And I know that sounds easy and it takes practice, but let it go.
All right. And Nikki, I'm sorry. I missed the fact that you asked you would like a reading on finances. And so to answer your question about finances, It's a matter of organization, prudence on spending to emotionally get to where you want to be. So sorry about that. I missed that. And Mr. and Mrs. Khan, I have two cards for both of you. As you can see, or is it the Knight of Swords on the horse moving in the direction they need to be in whitest purity, Mr. Khan. So to me, that would be you moving in the direction you want to go. And then Mastora, look, a little dancing, a little jump in your step, and making sure you look after yourself. And notice that I hate to say you two follow each other. One of you gets an idea and the other one follows, because the idea resonates so well with the both of you that it is something that you can do hand in hand. So I am going to say that, yes, you're on the right path. I'm not sure you're moving until May, though, May, June. So take your time, don't rush it. And, that baby, maybe, actually, I want to say he might be a sound sleeper, strangely enough. So he may put you through a few paces, but I actually think you two are going to do quite well. All right, so Renee is next.
Renee, before I even pull the card, and I will pull a card really, really quick for you, I am being asked to tell you just to do some meditation at night. Someone is saying that you're not sleeping as much, that you're restless. And then the Three of Daggers for you. When there is sorrow and there is pain in your heart or your soul, as easy as it sounds, it is the most complicated thing. Pull it out. Let it go. The weight of it bears you down. And I'm telling you, honey, the best thing to do is to walk away from it. Okay, guys, Bailey, I got her a toy. It was a 3.5, almost 4 foot long stuffed racket. And there was 4 plastic tennis balls with squeakies in it, and she hasn't been able to tear the squeakies out of the tennis balls.
Nice.
But all joking aside, honey, pull the daggers out. Better to bleed now and heal than to keep carrying the weight of that sorrow with you.
All right. Faye, you have the Five of Swords, and I actually think this is such a cute card because, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, and whoever your opponent is, boy, they don't really understand the fact that you're powerful and you could just step on them. And look at the heels. Whoops. Look at those heels. I mean, I like the whole outfit. So maybe it's time to buy yourself a new outfit. Maybe you're going to a wedding, an anniversary where you need something a little more refined. My idea would be a pair of jeans and a nice top. But, maybe they're expecting people to show up dressed a little different than jeans and top. So I'm going to say maybe it's time to spend a little money on yourself, Faye. So Maria's next. And she asked that she hopes you are well, Penelope.
I am. I had my last appointment for the next 6 months last week. And the good news is they took, as Darcy put it, my one cheek isn't quite as full as the other. They took a good chunk out of it, but they managed to test all the other skin and it's fine. Thanks for asking. And the other part that they were worried about isn't cancer, so I don't have to have another surgery, which I'm grateful for. So thank you for the prayers. 10 of Daggers. Hun, this says that you have pretty much gone through hell lately. But what I like about the 10 of Daggers, I always say this is the end of the road. No, this is not the end of the road where you jump off and life ceases to exist. But you've already gone through some of the roughest stuff in your life. It's time for a break. It's time to realize that the more positive energy you put out there, the more positive things. Time for a fresh road. And time to know that it's okay to take a risk. It will be nowhere near as painful as what you experienced in the past.
All right. So Tracy, you have the Star. And this is wishing for something that may never come true, but it doesn't hurt to wish. Just be realistic. Not all wishes are going to manifest themselves. As much as I'd like to believe anything is possible in life, there are some wishes like winning the lottery. As much as I wish I want to win it, doesn't mean it's going to happen. So then we have to look to the wish and say, how do we make this practical? So I'm just saying it's not a case you can't believe. I do believe we can wish for it, and who knows, it could. But in the meantime, we have to be practical. So Tracy, I'm going to suggest that whatever it is you're wishing for, keep in mind it could be a long way off. And why are you spending all that money for that wish when you could be doing something more practical with your money? So please keep that in mind. But that doesn't say you stop wishing. Maybe you cut down on how hard you're wishing. There used to be a little joke about the lottery that I share with people. This old lady used to go into the church and she'd get down on her knees and pray to God, you know, why don't I win? Now, in her case, he said it was because she needed to buy a lottery ticket. In your case, I feel whatever you're spending your money in could be used somewhere else. So I'm not sure that's lottery, but it came to my mind. So I'm just going to put it out there. Now, I would like to, once again, Sandra, thank you very much for the cards. And I am going to pull a card for Sandra since she gave me the cards. And you get the Ace of Wands. Look at that, Sandra. On open road, it's time to get your motorcycle out and take it for a test run. Please do it in nice weather, not the kind of weather we've been having the last few days. And just go out there and enjoy life. The road's open, Sandra. Wherever you want to go, you set your mind, your destination, and you can get there. Okay, so you have Jen. Good morning, or good evening, Jen.
Good evening. You know, this card actually fell out 3 times. I put it back in and now it's here again. So it's obviously for you. I love this card. The first thing I think of when, you know, the tower is usually traditionally it shows like a house falling down or a tower or, you know, but this is really, really cool. This is saying that, you know, things have been a bit rough and the foundation of this house was really strong. The foundation of this house survived everything. I personally think it looks a little bit Stephen King-ish, which appeals to me. But the message is the tower is about new fresh starts. See the sunshine in the corner?
And the bats flying around the sun.
Crow's message. Bats, crows, birds, who cares? It's a good foundation. You have a good foundation and things are going to get brighter from where you are. I personally would think maybe you need a gate that screeches and whines a little bit when it opens. I would add some black windows, maybe a skull curtain or two, but I mean, things are going to be fine.
All right. So Annalisa, you have the Knight of Cups, and this is a man who's very patient, but it can also be a woman who can be patient, but it's sitting and contemplating life, looking out at the horizon and saying, what about it do I want to change? What inside my life do I feel needs a little shake-up, needs a little humor attached to it? But then again, on the flip side of that, if you're single, it could be that you have someone coming towards you, or something about your relationship is altering a little bit, but I would say it could be a good alter, not a bad one. Okay, so expect a surprise. That's the last thing I heard. Expect a surprise.
Surprises are good.
Yeah. So Jeanette is next. Hello, Jeanette. It's been a while again since we saw you.
Hi, Jeanette. The Magician. This is sort of like, you know, that white rabbit in not Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland. I always relate to the white rabbit with the timepiece that's going, I'm late. Try not to juggle so many things at once, okay? Take a step back, figure out what's the priority. The problem with juggling everything, and don't get me wrong, you have all the tools and skills you need to succeed. But if you juggle too many things, something like, I don't know, the dagger over your head might fall or...
Yeah, but it's hilt up. So that means if it falls, it's going to hurt a little bit. It's not going to penetrate, that's for sure.
Unless, of course, you're me and the dagger would suddenly do a flip. But what I'm saying is you have all the tools, you have all the knowledge, but prioritize one or two things at a time. Don't juggle so much, because about the time that you need to look at your watch to see if you're late, everything falls down at your feet.
Yeah,
God, I love these cards.
So, hi, Shar. You have the world. And sometimes it may feel like you're standing on one leg trying to make your world revolve around you. But then it shows that you have balance. And the world is also a perspective of looking at things in a different way. It's about viewing your life differently. It's about viewing everything around you in a different perspective. Oh my God, tonight's all about change. And for me, so I'm going to say there are some changes happening in your life, in your world, and take them in stride. Don't rush them. Don't wonder why. Just go with the flow. Okay, that sounds like really bad advice, but it feels right when I say it. So maybe there's a reason you're supposed to trust in universe and spirit, in mothers and everything. There's got to be something there that they're trying to show you, that if you listen to your instincts, things can go better than you anticipate. Okay, Catherine and Cheyenne are next. I'll let you take both of them.
Okay, well, first things first, Catherine. Haunting of the Daggers. When I look at this card, I think that you need to let go of anger. I think most of my card readings so far have been about letting go of the past, letting go of anger. You know, it's okay to contemplate. I often sit and contemplate about things that aren't always nice. I may be pleasant and sunshine, unless, of course, I'm reading dark, morbid, macabre things. But sometimes, you know, it's safer, just in case you hadn't seen it, Darcy, really cool card. It's safer to let go and not always follow through with that one thought that makes you think, perhaps buying a semi-automatic Egyptian assault rifle with the serial number filed off was not my smartest move. So think before you react. Who's next?
Cheyenne.
First thing, Cheyenne, watch your back. I mean, you really need to take care of your whole body, but you need to take care of your back, your spine. Get it checked. Make sure I don't go to chiropractors, but I'm not allowed. But a lot of people really benefit from chiropractors. Maybe go and get an alignment if you're into that, but also about spines. Spines are about alignment. So this is a time to align your wants, your needs, and your desires. And those are different things, right? So now's the time for you to align those and put them into place. You look like you're fading off on us, all cloudy and
no. I was trying to think about that.
I have a blurry picture of you.
Oh, that's okay. I got a blurry picture of you, so we're okay. It's me?
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Well, Penelope keeps talking.
Who's next?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. Terror of the Bones.
How's that?
No, you're going to have to hardwire.
Which is kind of like, here, we'll just wait.
No, don't go ahead. Don't wait for me, because okay. I have to hardwire my computer.
It's like Terror of the Bones is like three. It almost makes me want to think of Three of Coins or extra joy and bounty coming to you, some kind of message from a loved one. So maybe keep your ears and your eyes open to messages being received. And I know this sounds strange, but look for the smell of roses. Somebody is trying to speak to you, and I think how they're going to manifest themselves is with the scent of roses. Now, I have no idea who's next without Darcy. I don't get the screen up that she does. Okay. So, well, I am filling dead space. I don't
Hey.
know who's next.
Patty.
Okay, bear in mind, I don't get the screens.
But I've got a ha-ha thing for everyone. Okay.
Sure.
So all week as I'm working, I normally hardwire my work computer into the internet, right? And I'm sort of thinking, wow, it's really being slow. Wasn't hardwired in. Now this one is, so hopefully the connection works better. So I'll let you take Patty.
I just did Patty.
No, you did Aaliyah.
Oh, Aaliyah. Okay. Patty. Where are we? 10 of bones. Another person who has to let go of that pain. I mean, you ever heard? Okay, there's a story. I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard the story of the lion and the mouse and the thorn, and how, you know, the person you think less likely to help you would be the person to help you. You need to let people help you, honey. You need to let down your guard enough to let someone pull that thorn out. And the voice in the back of my head, I always call it Granny V's voice, that voice. It's saying, for God's sakes, girl, just tell her she needs to go talk to someone that is better than just making a cup of tea. So for God's sakes, go talk to someone. Remember you have value. Remember you're important. But it's not enough for me to say that or somebody else. You need to actually believe that you're of value and that you're important.
Right. So lovely cut knife. Hi. And I'm really sorry. I really wanted to come on tonight and do the show, but I'm sort of wondering if it was a good idea, but I'll do my best. So the sun. Look at that. Look at that figure. It's gorgeous. And it's like she's celebrating life to every possible extent. She's on the beach. She's just enjoying herself. And so, lovely cut knife, maybe it's time for you to really embrace who you are and not worry about what other people think or see, because it really is about you. It's about how you feel in life. But it's also about that being in that moment and absorbing the information all around you so that you can use that to guide you. So be open to spirit giving you information in the next little while, because I honestly believe it will happen. So Jeannie said, both readings make so much sense. Thank you, Penelope. You have Shay Shay next.
Shay Shay. Shay Shay. For whatever reason, Shay Shay, I'm to show you this. Whoops, there we go. This is my new plant. Now, I'm sure my sister will tell you, if you were to walk into my apartment, I have more plants than I have furniture, animals. I think this one will bring me up to 34 or 35 plants. I have plants everywhere. The message here is to go with this card. You are going through a lot of confusion, a lot of stress, I'm being told. And that's what the moon is about. The moon is about confusion, about being pulled in so many directions. And the reason I showed you the plant, the tree, is how I deal when things are stressful, how I personally deal, as I am a earth sign and very much an earth creature. I need to be where there are trees. I need to be where there is a forest. As much as I love water, and from being from the West Coast, water is huge. I am happiest in a forest where I can take my shoes off, put my feet on the bare ground, metaphorically and sometimes literally hug that tree and sit underneath it and feel more grounded. And you need to do that. So when I can't at this time of year, I inevitably find myself buying or actually taking snips of some plant that I can add to the chaos of my plants so that I can feel that sense of grounding, that need to be with nature. And that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. Hi, Heather. Heather, you have the Three of Wands, and this is a gathering of people close to your heart. And I would say it's either in 3 weeks or 3 months from now. And it's standing in a position of prominence. So I don't know if this is work related because wands normally range around work. But it could be that you're at some sort of seminar in 3 months, or you've got some sort of group coming together, like a barbecue or something in 3 months. But everyone's on a common ground. It's not like people show up unexpectedly. No one shows up unexpectedly. So it's people that you're expecting to gather together. And you're in charge. That's the thing. That's the thing to remember is you're in charge. You can delegate all you want, but you are in charge. Mr. Khan, you're welcome so much. And then it's Orville.
Hi, Orville. For you to star. I love the fact it's Medusa because I joke very much, even as a youth, that I always thought of myself more as a Medusa in the beginning when I thought about craft and things, older than Medusa. But the stars are about granting wishes, about being really close to realizing that new dream and that new path that you are following, and to believe in yourself as much as other people.
So obviously there is a problem tonight with the internet because Penelope's froze and we can't.
It's you.
It's me?
It's our connection.
I'm good.
Oh my God.
It's so horrible tonight.
Okay.
Just call
well,
out
maybe
the name.
Ruth is here.
No, it's
I'll tell you what. I'll read names. You do the reading.
Okay, so Orville, believe in yourself as much as, and your new path and your new dream, as much as others are blown away by how quickly you learn. Don't be so shocked and surprised about that. The one thing I know about you on a personal level is you are a phenomenal individual who has overcome huge things in your life and capable of anything. Regardless of what an endeavor you try, know that the secret with you is you have already succeeded. You're just waiting to get to that page.
Okay, Phyllis is next.
Phyllis, don't lose your head. It is I know what cups means. Cups are talking about receiving things. This is talking about, for God's sakes, don't lose your head. Go ahead, Darcy, you can pipe in. Keep your temper under control. I realize I don't know you, but that was the first thing, this voice screaming. Keep your head. Calm down. Whatever it is that's stressing you out, go for a walk, wash some dishes, break some damn dishes. I've always found it very cathartic to break dishes. That was one of the very first things when I moved out on my own. Grandma Beersa gave me a box of these horrible chipped dishes. And I went, I thought you loved me. She says, oh, I do, child, but you have a bit of a temper that will take years to get under control. When you're frustrated, break a dish before you do something stupid. And, to this day, every once in a while, I keep it, like I still keep cracked dishes because I know I'm going to get so ticked off that I'm going to want to break something. I go outside, I bring the broom, I bring the dustpan, and there's the dumpster and bang. So don't lose your head.
That's cute. Lovely Cut Knife said the toy is hilarious, and she asked after both of us. Lovely. Tammy is next.
Hi, Tammy. Nightmares of Cups. Again, cups are about receiving things, paying attention, keeping your eye on the ball. I keep thinking Darcy wants to add something when she sees these.
No, I'm reading down so I know who's next.
So this is about keeping your eye on the ball. You know what it is that you want to achieve. You know how to get there, and hold your own quarter. Okay?
Okay, so Brenda's next.
Oops, card drop. There we go. Terror of Cups. Do you know, this is a person that is all seeing. The thing about believing that we're all seeing, and that includes people who have second sight and gifted, everything is open to interpretation. So pay attention to what's around you, but remember, it is open to interpretation. You don't think you understand something? Take it for a second opinion. And that, my dear, includes the fact that open to interpretation is just because you think that what has been upsetting your system, your body, is nothing to worry about. Maybe go and get a checkup. Open to interpretation.
Okay. Marie said, thank you. Faye says she never goes anywhere where jeans and a top isn't suitable, but maybe it's fancier jeans you need. Lovely Cut Knife said she won $40. It went to groceries. Laugh out loud. Win-win. And I'm going to say, yeah, I won 125 just recently, and that's exactly what happened. Went to groceries. And Brenda asked, I'm going to read for Tina. Hopefully I'm not frozen. Tina, you have the Magician. And that means there isn't anything inside of life that you can't accomplish, but there is a ring or a necklace that you need to make sure that the clasp or, the little hooks on the ring are secure before you wear it. So the way to check with a ring is you can run it across a piece of material, not wool because it's going to catch, but a piece of material to see whether or not it catches. And if it does, check the clasp. And with the necklace, just make sure when you put it on that if you touch it, it doesn't fall off. Because it seems like you, Tina, could be a little upset if you lost it. Sandra said the cards look cool. Jen said, wow, the house that we live in has been under construction for almost 2 years. Oh, wow. Sandra said she likes Penelope's cards. And Alicia said, thank you. And it makes sense. Jeanette, very true. And usually she is late. Shar says, thank you. You're welcome, Shar. And Catherine says, thank you. So does Cheyenne, Aaliyah. And now we have Margaret. How are you both tonight? Nice to see you here. Okay. So, whoops. Okay.
Yeah.
So Margaret's next.
Margaret, can you do me a favor? This card came up. It's the 10 of Cups. And the very first thing I thought of when I saw this was two things. Could you please, all joking aside, go and get a checkup, an ECG, a checkup with your doctor? The snake and the heart coiled together makes me think of angina and chest pain, or maybe problems with the esophagus. And although we're not doctors, I do firmly believe that sometimes we receive messages saying, you need to go for a checkup. I don't think this is life-threatening, but I do think that it is time to go for a good checkup. And, as a friend of mine always jokes, time to get the oil changed and an overhaul.
Okay.
And in the meantime, please drink a little more water and a little less caffeinated beverages. Spoken by a woman who lives on caffeine.
Yeah, that was actually, for me, interesting today. I was drinking coffee and all of a sudden I had a racing heart. That was new. So Patty says, thank you. Lovely. Thank you. And now you have Leslie and then Lily.
Okay, well, before Leslie, Darcy, I cannot imagine ever giving up caffeine ever again. In the morning, I literally, when I take the first sip of coffee with cardiac meds, I go, wow, this should jumpstart the heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Leslie,
we all know that when the death card is shown, it's not about physical death. I always have to say that to people. This card is not about you physically dying. This isn't about your garden dying or your friend or your cousin six times removed. This is about emerging from a place into new birth, regrowth, new beginnings. This is, think about a caterpillar that starts, as an egg, becomes a caterpillar, goes back into a chrysalis and becomes a butterfly. This is talking about emerging into a new place, possibly a new job, a new lease on romance, a something that brings the thought of spring and birth towards you.
All right. So then it's Lily.
Lily, the Hanged One, honey. This is by far my second favorite card in the deck. No matter what deck it is, I always get a kick out of the Hanged Man, the Hanged One, because it talks about changing perspective, changing the way you look at things. Sometimes things aren't anywhere near as overwhelming if we just take a step back. I was recently reading something on writing. And when you reach that point, like I love to write, I love to story tell, but lately I haven't been writing. And I was looking for an article to inspire me, and it was saying, go back to the beginning. Take a look at how you loved it before. Don't look at it now. Look at what made you want to do this thing, what made you want to take that job, what made you want to create that story. Change how you look at it. Think of the way it sounds, it feels, the words, the magic. Okay?
Nice. Hi, Cindy. Cindy, I have the Six of Cups for you, and I like it because it's sort of like a portrait of your life. And it shows all the emotional steps you have taken to get to where you are now. And to know that there's still a lot of steps inside of your life, a lot of doors to be opened and some to be closed. But as you move forward, it is a reflection of who you are, where you have been, where you are, and where you are going. And that's basically because you trust in yourself. So just keep it up. So Laura is next.
Hi, I hope everything is going well with you. Three of Cups. If you're going to go and have a little bit of celebration over Easter and stuff, words of wisdom, moderation, and do me a favor, don't drink and drive. Don't get into a car with someone that's driven. Really be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. Don't get carried so much in a moment that you lose track of the moment and what's happening. And that's really, Three of Cups is about celebration, joyfulness, but remember moderation in the celebration. Unless, of course, it's coffee. There's no such thing as moderation when it comes to caffeinated beverages for me. Who's next, Darce?
Okay, first of all, Heather says thank you. Brenda says thank you. Lovely, sends a heart. Arun, Arun.
Arun, hi. How are you,
Are
darling?
you still there?
Yes. Good to see you. Okay.
Okay. Is it us, Ash?
Yes, that's
Okay.
That's all right.
Two of Cups, darling. Two of Cups is talking about good conversation, possibly meeting someone new, also about duality, the two sides of your personality blending together. And it's also about taking time to celebrate with someone you care very deeply for, and to breathe and to enjoy. And yeah, definitely, it's conversation with good friends, the kind of friends you don't have to watch your back at.
Okay.
Off to you.
So Arun came down at the bottom, and I am well, thank you. How are you? We did do your reading. You might have to go back a little. Orville says, thank you, ladies. You're doing a tremendous job. Thanks, Pence. That was delightful. Sarah would like a message, so Sarah's next. And Lily says, thank you. And Cindy said, thank you. So Sarah's next.
Hi, hon. Ace of Cups, times for new beginnings. New starts, new beginnings, a new journey, hon. So keep your mind open to possibilities. Possibly a opportunity for education might be coming for you too. Don't turn it down if it comes, especially if it's something that you want to do. You know, sometimes we talk ourselves into not doing something. I was just having this conversation not too long ago with someone that, like when I went back to school, I was 45, single mom, 45. I'd been a CNA and I'm going to be an accountant. And I would think it was Darcy I said to the other night, I didn't believe on some level that I was smart enough or capable enough. And I'm eternally grateful that I I grasped that in the beginning, and you should too, because it will have a positive outcome.
Okay. Margaret said she's been seeing an ophthalmologist because of a bulging eye and just waiting for results, which I am calling about tomorrow because the CAT scan CT results are in, but haven't heard from her yet. Normally, no news is good news. And also, can you see anything about my lifestyle change? And that'll be the last one since the connection seems to be really bad tonight. And I don't know if Penelope heard me.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. The Fool. The Fool is have faith.
Pardon me?
Yes, the Fool. The Fool is about having faith that you're exactly where you're supposed to be and that things are progressing in the right direction. And as for lifestyle changes, that's going to take a little while to get used to because lifestyle changes can be really, really difficult, hon. But I have faith that you have everything you need to overcome everything. So hang in there.
Okay, we have one last sneak in, and that is Alana.
Okay. Hi, Alana. All right. I went to draw one, but this one came. The Eight of Cups. Take time to be grateful for the things you have received and appreciate it. I'm not a big fan of spiders, so you should be great. So I'm thinking, just, try not to multitask too much. Pay attention. Listen to the voice in the back of your head that tells you to be a little bit cautious, but take time to enjoy the gifts you've been given. You've had a lot of things come your way. And although I know that there are other things that you're wishing for, the beauty of this is to say, take time to be grateful for what you have now.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And also a hello to the new people. And no one else is... Oh, wait. Gloria snuck in.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yep. Nine of Cups. I think this is about wearing in this particular card. This makes me think like, baby, polish off your crown and wear it with pride. You have worked hard to achieve everything that you have. And now's the time not to gloat about it, but this is a time where it's okay to be happy about it, to be happy with your success, not to boast about how you're so much better than other people, but definitely to say to yourself, wow, look at what I have managed to do with my life thus far. That's a pretty damn amazing accomplishment. There you go, guys. I'm assuming
All
Darcy
right.
can hear us.
Well, once again, and there we go, and here we come back. So, yeah, I think we'll call it quits tonight since it's really acting up poorly. I have no idea if she heard me.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. It's just a delay. So I'm going to say,
okay.
I'm going to say thank you, everyone who has asked about how I'm doing. I truly believe that what has made this go so much smoother is all of your prayers, which I have felt in my heart. And I believe that it has helped me get through this. I know we have a long battle, but may you all have a blessed day and night. And I'll leave you with my favorite blessing, Masalama. Go in light and blessed be.
All right. And mine is always, may life find you in mysterious ways. And I know I cut that short, but anyways, may it just find you in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone. Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Let me know when I can disconnect.